Hi, we are still on triangle similarity. But for this practice exercise, we need to first determine if they are similar or not. Unlike the previous video, wherein we already given that the two triangles are already similar, the number one was triangle SUM, is similar to triangle 1 or NONE. And number two, we have triangle O or AWE is also similar to triangle ZOM or ZOM. Right? You might want to check the previous video. In that previous video, we already assured that the two triangles are similar. But here, not yet. We are still going to determine if they are similar or not. If they are not similar, then definitely we cannot use the proportionality of sides. Let's look at number one. And item number one here, we are given that triangle KOE, right, and triangle NLG. Okay. By the way, when we try to determine the similarity of two triangles, we don't solve for whether the sides are proportional or not. We just simply use the supporting theorems or postulates that will tell us whether the triangles are similar or not. So we have the uh, AAA triangle similarity postulate. We have the triangle similarity theorem, which is actually just after the AAA. And then we also have the SAS and we have the SSS. If we don't have those three, then definitely we cannot actually use any of, we cannot use the proportionality of sides. Let's continue. Okay. Now, if we're going to determine the theorem here, look at the angles of the triangles. Here, in triangle O of the first triangle, we have one arc. The second triangle, triangle L, we also have one arc. That would mean that these two angles are actually congruent because of the same notation. Okay? If they are congruent, then definitely they are also considered to be the corresponding angles. So we already have A. And what else? Looking at the figures further, we have here this angle here, which measures 45 degrees. This is the color for that. It is also the same as the measurement of the angle here. In this case, we already have angles based on the arcs and another angle based on pairs of angles based on the measurement. So we have AA already. This is already enough. You don't need to reach actually the triple A because the triple A triangle similarity postulate has its own child, the double A triangle similarity theorem. It states that if two pairs of corresponding angles are already congruent, that would mean the triangles are already similar. So these two triangles are similar according to the AA triangle similarity pretty theorem. Right? That's the support for item number one. And now that we are sure that they are similar, then definitely we can continue in solving them. How do we solve them? We need to come up first with the proportionality of sides or the proportionality statement. Since we are sure that these two pairs of angles are corresponding, that would mean the remaining is also corresponding. So let's try to have KO over NL is equal to OE over LG and must be equal to KE over NG. Pardon for my handwriting. And substitute the values. KO is 15, NL is 5, OE, OE is 9, LG is X, KE is Y, and you have here 6. Similar as in the previous video, we could pair these two to solve for the value of X. Using the fundamental law of proportion, you have 15, sorry for that, 15 x is equal to 45. Divide 15 both sides, x is equal to 3. We may use this here, but since we could actually use this pairing here, 15 over 5 and y over 6, let's try to do this. So the fundamental law of proportion makes this 16 times 5, which is actually, I know, 15 times 6 rather, which is actually 90, is equal to 5y. And this is actually equal to, divide both sides by 5, y is equal to 18. Checking, that's checking. Substitute all values, 15 over 5, question mark, 9 over 3, question mark, 18, the value for y, and 6. 15 over 5 is 3. This is also 3. This is also 3. That's correct. Therefore, we are assured that the values for x and y, being 3 and 18 respectively, are correct. These are actually, again, this came to be after understanding that they are similar or not. Let's look at number 2. In number 2, we're only given with one angle here. Only if we are given with another pair of angle, we could use the same concept as number 1. But we only have one angle here. So what do you think we support here? Or are they similar or not? Simply look at the given on this side here. We're already assured that AK over PL is equal to AO over PS. This would mean that two pairs of corresponding sides are already proportional. This is actually covered by two pairs of sides and included angle SAS, triangle similarity theorem. How did we know? Again, we have this angle here, and these angles are actually included angles of AK, PL, AO, PS. So we have SAS, SAS, triangle similarity theorem. And with that, our proportionality statement could actually be AK over PL as given here is equal to AO over PS, which is actually equal to the remaining side, KO over LS. Substituting all the values, let's try. AK was 21, PL was 14, is equal to AO was 15, PS was Y, and then KO is X, and then you have 4. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will always start with X. Since we already have this relationship here, this will do. We have Y times 50, Y times 21 rather. You will have 21Y is equal to 14 times 15 is a bit large. You may, what do you call this, simplify this if you want, but 15 times 14, though large, can still be computed as 210. Divide both sides by 21, y is equal to 10. Next, this is the pairing of the first and the third ratios rather. So you have 21 over 14 is equal to x over 4. So you have 4 times 21 is 84 is equal to 14x. Divide it, 21 divided by 14. Sorry, not 21. My bad. It's 84 divided by 14 is 6. So x is equal to 6. Finally, do the checking. Checking is not necessarily required, but it's for your own benefit. 21 over 14 must be the same when we have 15 over the value of y, which is 10. and also the same or equal to the value of x, which is 6 over 4. 21 over 14 is actually 3 halves by 7. This is 3 halves by 5, and there's also 3 halves by 2. So check, check. We are now assured of that y equal to 10 and x equal to 6 are the correct measurements for PS and KO respectively. On to the remaining problem. Here, we are already given with one angle. Okay, one angle only. Okay, so let's try to come up with these sides here. So let's have 8 over 15 is equal to 10 over 20. Are they equal? Take note that 8 over 15 here, the other side will be 1 half. But 8 over 15 is not 1 half, right? Therefore, the sides here, 8 are RTON over, RT over ON is not equal to RY over OW. We did not establish similarity, proportionality of sides. Though we have one angle which are actually equal, only one angle. If there is one more angle, then we can say they are similar. If the sides are proportional, we can also say they are similar. But we don't have other concerns here, other given. Therefore, our final answer for number 3 is cannot be determined. Okay? Or you may say that they are not similar. Once that we are sure they are not similar, no need to solve for the value for x. Only for items number 1 and number 2, which we have established similarity earlier. So for number 3, again, we have, yes, one pair of angle, but no more pairs of angles, nor the sides are proportional. We cannot establish similarity here. Definitely, they cannot be similar, and no more solving of the variable. Okay, so that's how similarity works. But we still have more videos for similarity, so please stay tuned. Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye.